Hey. And we are here. And we are here. We are um good evening, good people of the world. You are here today. This is Ask the Q Speak Your Truth. I'm your boy Burden the Proof. Thank you guys for coming through, showing love for the show. Daytona might be back there for a minute. I got a lot to say. See, you heard what CJ said. You heard the oh Lord. This is my little spilling things that he referenced last time. Don't think I forgot. I ain't forgot. Whatever. Well, this is where I go into my little spilling things. Forgive my voice. I've been yelling at kids all day. Play basketball and all this other stuff. So, but we are here. Yeah. So before we bring out the guests, you know how I do my thing. I like to speak on a lot of current events that's going on in this real world. Metaverse as well. I mean, whichever one comes first, but we're gonna definitely talk about some of these things that's going on in this real world. We can start with Trump. We can start with Trump. For those who don't know, him and his administration is putting together this plan to offer $5,000 to you women to have these babies out here. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Any ladies out here ready to go have another child for $5 on the account of the Trump administration? Look at that.
That don't even cover the first year of diapers.
Hey, I mean, but $5,000 is better than the tax credit you're getting right now, ain't it?
No, it ain't.
Oh, well, my bad. I know you got the earned income.
Don't cover diapers, wipes, none of that. You spend more of that the first 6 months.
Hey.
Because you got
all I know is
everything else. Plus formula half of that.
All I know is the man said he ready to make America great again, and he wanted to offer $5,000 to those to start having birth because the birth rate is declining or something to that nature.
But if you think about it, you're gonna spend 50 grand plus having the baby.
Well, I'm just
it's over $100,000 to have a baby in this country.
I just wanted to let people of color know that tax credit ain't for y'all. We ain't trying to increase y'all birth rate. I'm just let y'all know right now.
Nah, bro.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want. It's what else is going on in this world? It's a lot brewing. Oh, I went to go see this movie Sinners, right? This movie everybody was talking about with Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. Shucks. I'm sorry for those who might not have seen it yet. I don't want to be the spoiler. Don't care to be, but I don't care. Yeah, so basically Sinners is a vampire movie, all right, with some symbolism in it. Now look, we've had a couple of vampire movies in the world already, have we not? What's the Vampire in Brooklyn, the Aaliyah joint. Michael B. Jordan came with his own little spin of it, and he has some symbolism in regards to it as well. Okay.
You ignored me.
I mean, to me, it's just a vampire movie with some symbolism. It is what it is. You guys can make your own opinions in regards to the movie. It was cool. It was cool, man. I mean, honestly, that's all I'm going to even touch on that in regards to that. People overhyped it in my opinion. Like they do everything around here for whatever reason. Um, quite honestly, I think in regards to the way the world is going, there's so much going on in the world. This movie was like the perfect timing or the perfect storm to get us outside of thinking about reality, if you will. And it hit at the right time, in my opinion. That's what I think. So yeah, to those who like it, I mean, good on you. It is what it is for me. Hey, it's a vampire movie in my opinion. All right, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. Um, in other news, um, anybody want to talk about Shannon Sharp right now? Yo, um, okay, so there's two ways to think about this. Let's go ahead. Oh shit. Let's throw out the facts out on the table right now. Shannon Sharp has invested his time in a 20-year-old white woman. All right. And in doing so, this woman has now accusing him of rape and things to that nature. And is suing this man or extorting this man for $50 million.
My God.
Now, from what I've gathered, he has tried to pay her off with $10 million. I don't know how accurate. Well, that part is accurate, but I don't know how much success he has had in trying to do so. But in my opinion, to try to offer up hush money is to admit guilt. In my opinion, two, Mr. Shannon Sharp, man, you like in your 50s. I don't know what a 20-year-old is going to do for you with so many of these beautiful black women around in this world that I'm sure that you could appeal to. But CJ has been waiting very patiently to say something in regards to this matter, so I'm going to let him have it. Yes, sir.
I I was about to say something, and then I had to catch myself because it don't make any sense. Plus, not only that, he should have known better because it's an only fan girl,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not like it's really not like she was like trying to. She knew what she was getting into,
100%.
and the thing about it is, we just can't act like, oh no, she's just innocent, and we're gonna be like that. But nah, I think what happens is he did something that she did not like.
Mm.
She wanted to take advantage, and he didn't give it. She he threatened. I mean, she threatened him because I mean, I looked at the thing that they put out, and
Uh-huh.
from the sounds of it, and from what his statement also, it sounds like he didn't even keep a recording of anything.
Mm.
That's the funny part because he was like, whatever they're gonna show you is there because I don't have that 10, something minutes of none of the stuff that they got. But I'm pretty sure he was probably just trying to tell her, okay, this and this. But at the same time, I don't want to make it a race thing because you know we don't want to do the victiming. But it's kind of hard for a black guy to go against a little white girl. So I mean, hey, yeah,
It- poor Shannon Sharp. um, I'm shucks, man. Okay, so if you, it's. I mean, it's hard to have sympathy for the man to a certain degree, only because, like, my God, you're in your 50s and you're dealing with a young lady that's 20 years old. And from what
Come
I was
on,
told at the
bro.
time, she was actually 19.
Whoa.
I don't know what interest you have in someone that you're three times their age. I don't know. I mean, even from a sexual standpoint, if I I don't know. It's a lot to uncover. From the perspective of being extorted, I hope he prevails and he doesn't have to pay up this $50 million and things like that. I hope that in regards to the accusations, they are false. But I hope this is a learning. I actually do hope that this is a learning experience for him in regards to understanding that, like, man, you 50, like at least engage with somebody and at least in the
It's your
40s or
age
something like that. I
or
don't
around
know,
your age,
but I
yeah.
mean, I don't think Instagram and these comedians went ape shit in regards to the situation. But it's been funny. I've been laughing at it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's really no laughing matter to be accused of something like that. And hopefully, he doesn't lose his job with ESPN with First Take, his Shay Shay Club Shay Shay podcast, and his and things like that. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he prevails. Just I'm just gonna go on record and let me know, like, we riding with you, Mr. Shannon Sharp. But
Hello.
yeah, do better, man. Do better. Please and thank you.
Why you needed a what?
Kanye West has admitted to something. Sheesh.
You called me to make a
Yo.
scene?
Y'all, did y'all?
I know why you
Kanye
didn't
West?
use it. I told
What
you the
the
dilemma. I'm gonna work it out. I said.
at this point, I don't know if he wants
Oh,
attention
you wearing me,
and or
Lord. I
whatever,
said I
but
would
I
take
mean,
care of it. Give
damn,
me a sec to
to
take
have
care of it.
sexual
You don't
relations
believe
with your male cousin for what, over 8 years is kind of wild. I'm not going to expand on
it?
what those sexual relations are.
Yeah, I'm finna give me
You
a
can put
snack
two
right
and
now.
two together. So yeah, he just made this admittance that
Okay,
he
so
was
hold on.
engaged in sexual acts with his male cousin for over a couple
Yeah,
of years and things like that. And
I
again,
heard
I don't
him.
know how to take Kanye West at this point. You
Who,
know what I'm
me?
saying? Whether or not
I'm
it's
muted.
true or not, it's just a lot going on with that man. And
In my headset, I'm muted.
I wish him the best. I wish he finds some type of uh, counseling or something like that to fix himself. Because I mean, on the other side of music, man, he's a genius. And I've definitely was raised on grew up. That makes me sound so old. A lot of his music has helped me along the way. Let's just put it that way. So prayers to my guy Kanye West, man. Hopefully he can recover from these situations. Yeah, so we here now. Now I can talk about this young man that I'm going to bring to the couch. Truth be told, I could have had this interview with this man like a long time ago, maybe 2, 3 years ago. But I think with the things that he's been accomplishing within Horizon World as of late, makes for a better conversation, if you will. And I'm definitely looking forward to having it with him. He's definitely an OG within this space, and he's been putting a vibe to this community, if you will, since he's been a part of it. So without further ado, if I can have my guy, Mr. Daytona Vibes, come to the couch, please. He walked out here like he about to go to a fighting match.
What's goody? What's goody? What's goody?
D-Vibe, what up, baby?
Chilling, Brody. What's goody, man?
Coolin', man. Hey, thanks for coming through, my guy. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
I don't know how you did that to
having
your
me on.
sneakers, but that's kind of fly. I still.
Yeah. I had to throw in the Pumas. You know, I gotta rock the Pumas in here. As much
Yeah,
Puma gear
that's
they're gonna
kinda
put in
clean.
Horizon, I gotta rock.
I'm glad I ain't put on my musical note shirt. We would have been twinning up in
it. Okay. Nah,
here.
I
I
am
got a
music
shirt
in here.
real similar to that. That's fly. I like it.
Oh man, that's dope. I got a city shirt too, man. If I'd have put on that, we'd have been playing around in the same situation.
Word.
I
Okay,
got
well, it
Brooklyn
is
on
right.
mine. Brooklyn
Okay.
Bridge and everything.
Word. Got you. All right, so
Yeah.
Daytona Vibes, man. Welcome to the space, man. Welcome to the space.
Man, appreciate it, Brody.
No doubt. So we gonna start from, man. Let the people know where you from, my guy.
Man, I'm a NY representative, bro. I'm originally from upstate New York. I'm from Utica, New York.
Ah,
Excuse, the people, anybody know about the 315? That's how we get it in. Um, you know what I'm saying? But I'm obviously not currently in NY. I'm out in Florida because I don't do the snow, and that's just me personally. When I got to the point where I was born and raised in that cold tundra. When I got to the point when I was able to pick where I wanted to be at, I was like, no more
right.
winters for me. So we out here in Florida now. So I'm
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 with you.
currently representing Daytona Beach.
Okay, okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. People do that same thing to me because I'm from Jersey. They tell me, "So,
Mm.
you ain't used to the snow." No, I'm not used to the snow. Like,
Nah.
when
See,
am I supposed to get? When am I supposed to get used to the snow, man?
See,
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like I think what it is and don't nobody take this the wrong way and I'm not always politically correct. I'm gonna tell you that ahead of time. That's my disclaimer. But
Mm,
you see this stuff that's on me, like this melanin, it don't do well in the snow, Brody. Like it get chapped. I gotta put on an extra layer of Vaseline.
thank you,
I got these pink
thank you.
behind lips. They pop.
Uh-oh, he done tapped. He done phased out. Well, we're gonna get him a minute to catch back up. Um, while I while he's waiting to come back in, is there anybody in this audience that has went to go see Sinners yet? Anybody?
Behind lips. They
Yeah.
pop. Oh shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
there he
my
go.
bad.
There he go. There he go.
Technology. I don't even know what just happened with Horizons. Am I back?
Yeah, you back.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, that's what it was. I said the wrong thing. Zuckerberg was like, "Shut that shit down." But nah. But I gotta nah. It's like I don't do the cold, man. If it get too cold, my lips crack and get chapped and all. Nah. So I'm like I'm out here where it's warm and I ain't built for all of this. I ain't
Right.
born for that.
Look, I'm the same way, and I to explain the same thing to people. I'm like, yo, I don't get used to this European
Mhm.
air. I'm a
There
tropical
you
person.
go.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Like I'm with the palm trees and the mangoes and
Yeah.
relaxing. I'm not with the bit of cold and the blizzards, man. You keep that shit.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah. I learned in science class about the biogenetics and bionomes, whatever, and all of that good stuff. Y'all shouldn't have taught me that. So I took my behind towards the equator, bro.
Right,
So
right. All right, so Daytona Vibes. Okay, so you let the cat out the hat, if you will. So the Daytona portion of your name, your user tag represents Florida, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so Daytona Vibes.
Hmm.
Let's elaborate on that user tag. Like what does that come from? What is that in representation of?
Yeah, man. Honestly, like when I came into space, it's crazy because one of the first people I met when I came into space was CJ. Like
Everybody met
first this
CJ ass.
Yo, it was
No, I'm
crazy
playing. Go
because
ahead.
it's like his story was crazy. It's like several people who like kind of big in here now. We was all in the same spot, the same place, like when we first got in, like you know what I mean. But
Uh,
now, when I first got in, my name actually wasn't Daytona Vibes. When I first met him that night, like you know what I'm saying. So whoever met me like that first time I got in had a different name altogether. But
hold on,
I
hold on. You don't think you about to get away without
Nah, I
giving away
mean,
that
ain't
name.
nobody know it, but it was basically I think it was the Cornhill Kid or Cornhill or something like that. Cornhill. So it's like when
Okay.
I came in, and you know what Cornhill is? Cornhill is honestly the neighborhood that I grew up in, like in Utica. So it's like I was like,
Gotcha.
it was my childhood stomping ground. It was actually like the what they called our, what I'm saying, our neighborhood was called Cornhill. So I said, okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna do Cornhill, go in here, blah blah blah, figure out this whole metaverse thing, blah blah blah. So I came in here, I did that for a while, and then I was like, man, I'm gonna just, I saw what I was gonna do. After it was crazy, because like I said, the first night I was in here. I had a conversation with CJ about music, and we was all up, and there was several other people in at that same spot. We was talking about music. I ended up like a couple. It was like right before New Year's, so what I'm saying, a couple days later, I did the New Year party and saw all of this stuff Danica's spot, which was
Mm.
on the wall about do not own the rights to the music, and I was like, yeah, okay. So it's like I got inspired to actually bring music in here. So I ended up changing my name. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna make a company. You know what I mean? I was like, getting everything together from the beginning. So my name is
Got
just
you.
part of it, Daytona Vibes.
All right, so we gonna slow it down a little bit. All right, I can jump into the metaverse right now and just expand on what this man has been doing since he's been in here. But we're gonna wait for that. We're gonna wait for that. All right, let's go back to Utica, New York, and things like that. Typically, like growing up, what was it? What was what was the lifestyle like? What like were you an '80s baby? I'm assuming like.
Yeah, Brody. I'm a '80s baby. So I came up, shell toes and Cortezes. That's why I'm rocking these Pumas that look like Cortezes. To be honest with
Okay,
you, what I mean, it's just the
okay,
vibe. What I mean, I'm from the '80s. Like everything. Like I mean, these younger kids. I mean, it feel weird to say that, but what I mean, these kids in
right,
here
right,
that
right,
could
right.
literally, some of them, literally could be my kids. What I mean, it's like the vibe that I'm bringing in is from the kind of a blast from the past, Brody. I'm from, what I mean, a different generation. Like when I came up, I saw Jay-Z come, what I'm saying, when he first started and when he dropped Reasonable Doubt, you know what I mean? Like
Yes,
I
sir.
was I was I'm from the Rakim era, you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's a different level of music with me. Um I mean, to be honest with you, when I first got my deal, it was 2001. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? When I first got my deal. So that just gives you an idea of what it is as far as with me and music and how far back I go. I started
Yeah,
rapping when
yeah,
I
yeah.
was 14.
Okay, yeah. So here we go. Here we go. So when you say when you got your deal, um,
Mhm.
let's elaborate on that. You talking musically as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
as an MC or what?
Yeah, I rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Oh,
I don't just
shit.
I don't just like do the business aspect of it. I come from the hip hop culture. I am hip hop. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like to be honest with you, when I first came in here, and I'm gonna give you the jewels. You put me on the show, Bernie. You gonna get it all.
let's get it. Let's
when
get it.
I, when I first when I first came in here, the first artist that I signed in here was myself. Street Fame
Mm.
was the name of the artist. So if people like go back, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 years ago when they were seeing the artist Street Fame, that's me. That's like that was my moniker. That's what I got signed to Universal under. It was Street Fame. So it's like
Uh,
that was my music from back then, from 2001, 2000 and well, actually it was 2002 or three by that time. But it was my music from back at that time frame when I was signed. So I took that music and used that and made a different avatar. And a lot of people didn't even understand it was me. How they didn't understand it was me, I don't know, because it's the same voice, but whatever. But so the first performance that I ever did in the that was ever done in the metaverse, I hosted it as Daytona Vibes, and I headlined in it as Street Fame. So I had to switch avatars, and there was an artist that opened it up, which was Howard 702. He opened up the
Shout
show.
out Howard. Shout out
Shout
Howard.
Howard 702. He was, so technically in my the first ever performance in here for MGM, Howard 702 opened up, and then I had one of my people that was performing as well in here, and then I was the headliner, which was Street Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So you a music head. Got you. You ain't
Yeah.
just a DJ. Okay. Now
Nah, you
see.
know what? I'm actually a rapper. It's just the DJing thing came in here. I'm literally like I be listening to cats like I'm keeping it where it's at. You know what I mean? But if it ever gets
Right.
too left, you know what I mean? I could come off the top and do a little something. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay. Look, see, he reading my mind. He reading my mind. So normally when people come up here and say they can rap, you know that.
yeah,
I mean, you want to bust a freestyle real quick?
man. I'm retired. We gonna keep it there. I do music now. We gonna keep it there. But look. If I ever do come out of retirement, trust me, bro, and I'll let you know. You know what I mean? The first,
Oh
I'll let you
man,
know.
say
You know what
less,
I
say
mean?
less, say
I'll
less.
throw it out there for you.
All good. So my question is like now, it's like, when did music hit you to where you was like, yo, all right, I'm doing this? Like, what was that moment? Like, what was you doing? What was you listening to?
Man, bro, that's a good question. So basically, you saying like what was like what made me fall in love with music and start this rap shit.
Word. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Hmm. I would say like for real, it was KRS-One's. It's gonna sound crazy, but it was KRS-One was probably my first one. I was like, I want to do this because he had this song was like where it had like all the black inventors and everything else in it, and I did that project for school. Um, at that time, and I was like, yo, and I was like, I mean, some people don't even know who KRS-One is, and it's y'all gonna have to Google KRS-One.
They better Google search him.
But if people know who MC Shan is, that's the reason why he's still mad, low key. But anyway,
shout out MC Shan.
MC Shan, shout out. I know he in the space, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
KRS-One was one of my biggest influences, like when it comes to hip hop, you know what I mean? So shout out to Shan though. I fucks with the, you know what I'm saying, the bridge, you know what I mean? I understand. I go back that far. But you know, I mean, I also fuck with the bridges over, so no disrespect, but you know, just clarity.
Word. Oh, so that's the reference.
Oh yeah, you ain't even. Oh yeah, I got a school.
Jen,
don't
look at crazy. That's the. So from the bridge to the bridges over, that was the
that was the shit that got Shan mad. But anyway, like so like the whole thing with KRS-One, I met KRS-One like when I was like 7 years old. Literally the night that Mike Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas, I
cried.
About.
Let's not relive that. Let's not relive that.
Check it out. We was probably the same age because you said you cried, so I know you was a kid too. But yo, so the way I found out about it was one thing about BDP at the time when KRS went, they would always tour, even though they was from downstate, they toured upstate. So they go to all the colleges upstate. So they happened to be at a college near Utica. So the Utica newspaper, like you know, one of my people knew a reporter. So I ended up getting, you know, tickets as a kid with the reporter to go to the show. So we went to the show. It was, and then like he had the backstage passes to go back and interview KRS-One. So I'm backstage with KRS-One, Miss Melody, and everybody else.
Word.
And I'm at the show, and I'm like 7 years old in this college show with BDP going crazy on stage, throwing water out the water bottles from the stage. The whole place rocking. I'm a 7-year-old in this joint. That's how hip hop used to be back then. You could bring a 7-year-old to hip hop back then because it was a different environment. Ain't nobody got shot, ain't nobody fought. You know what I mean? It was just music. So that's kind of that's the reason I think KRS-One is my influence, because literally that night when I went in there, like when we went backstage to interview him, that's the, you know, he Mike got knocked out in Tokyo, so it was late night when everything happened. So we went backstage to do the interview, and somebody came back there running, telling KRS-One while he was doing the interview with the reporter I was sitting next to that Mike Tyson just got knocked out, and everybody was going crazy back there, like, what? That's crazy. It was just like that energy. So it's like I'll never forget that, because I found out Mike Tyson got knocked out while I was chilling with KRS-One. You know what I mean? I still got to this day, I still got the autograph. Like, in order to get an autograph, because I didn't have nothing to get an autograph with, I found like a little envelope that was on the floor. You know what I'm saying? One of the college kids that dropped there literally got the college stamp on the envelope, and took that and got the whole envelope autographed up by everybody from BDP, KRS-One, Miss Melody, Wally D at the time. I still got the envelope right now in my possession with KRS-One, Wally D, and Miss Melody. Like, you know what I'm saying? All three of them signed my joint.
Okay. All right.
So that's when I started. That's when I got started with hip hop. So I was like a 7-year-old kid, bro.
Yeah.
7, you know what I mean?
So so let's fast forward a little bit. How can I? Did you, like, college wise or anything like that? So before even college, like, did you do any like house parties and things like that, or do you have any schooling behind you in regards to music to try to hone your crafts or anything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't I started rapping when I was like a kid, like literally, like I was 12, 13 years old. Like I was in a crew by 14 years old. I still deal with some of the people that was in our crew. I mean, but hip hop was different back then. Like right now, it's more manufactured, right?
Mm.
Than it used to be. Like back then, hip hop was legit a culture. Like it was a movement. Like if you did hip hop, you know what I mean? It was not just something that you just played around with trying to get on the internet, because the internet wasn't like that back then. The internet didn't even freaking exist when I'm talking about the time when we had pagers and payphones, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. That's when I
Some
started.
of y'all might not know what a pager is. Google that too.
Yeah,
But go
Google
ahead.
that shit too. Nah, but no, that's when I started. So like we went from, you know, my first crew trying to get record deals and start our own record label. At that time, we were kind of emulating the Wu-Tang Clan, so it had that Wu-Tang vibe to it. We had you know, the Wu-Tang had their whole symbolism. We had our symbolism. We called ourselves the Horsemen, and we had like cowboy hats on, like in the hood, because you know, just like basically how the Wu-Tang brought the kung fu element to the hood, we kind of
Right,
emulated
right.
that, and instead of doing that, we had the cowboy hats on and the
Okay.
hip hop gear in the middle of the hood, like the Wu-Tang. We called ourselves the Horsemen. So it's like, you know, that was my first real crew. Um, and stories galore about that. But we tried to do our record label thing with that. Later on, it changed to like another group called the Sword of Ali as we matured and got older, and branch off entertainment, brick money entertainment. These are all things you could like. Every artist from that I've like, every crew that I've been involved with, the artists, at least one of them have actually done something in the music
Mm,
industry. So, and it's
right.
that's not uncommon if you go back as far as hip hop as I go. But um long story short, like I got my real push in Charlotte. I moved to Charlotte after, you know what I'm saying, high school. And I was in Charlotte, North Carolina for about 4 or 5 years. And that's when I got on. I got on in Charlotte, and that's why I got signed by Universal and did my thing, and Street Fame was born.
Mm, okay. That's what's up, man. So I mean, let's be clear here. Being an MC like isn't an easy task. You know what I'm saying? Especially back then. You know what I'm saying? In regards to like making like money, if you will, like Jay-Z money, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So I'm sure you did a lot of uh um shows and things like that. But
Mhm.
I want to ask you, was there any did you ever did you how lucrative was being an MC for you?
So basically, at the time when I came in, like, and actually got my deal, like I said, it was like 2001, 2002, like right after
Okay.
the buildings fell. Like that's around the time when I started really my journey and getting signed.
Right.
And to be honest with you, the deal that I signed was I got raped. You know what I mean? As far as an artist,
Mm,
bro. So it's like, and that wasn't uncommon during that time period and that time frame with those companies and what they were doing and how everything was transitioning, because Napster was coming in to play around that time, and they was trying to figure out everything that they was going to do in order to keep themselves profitable, and they was doing the most. Like, you know what I mean? They was
mm,
really raping the hood, like the rappers and all that. So most of them rappers that came out during that time frame, you know, there's so many that came up and went. Like for instance, it's a song that I wrote that my music was, it was on my fucking demo, that actually got taken, given to another artist, and did his thing. And it's my
oh
song, and I
wow.
can't say nothing because they own it. You know what
Oh
I'm
wow.
saying?
You can't get any
So
publishing rights for it or nothing.
nah, none of that, because at the time that they did it, they was bringing me on the Spec 360 deal, and they owned my publishing because they owned everything. They recorded it.
Mm,
So when
mm,
it's like when you come in on a spec deal and you ain't got no money coming into the game, it's like at that time they was looking for artists like that. They were looking for talent that didn't have the capability that they could just take advantage of. And literally there was like vultures out there in the industry doing that at that time period. Now it's a whole different day. Like these kids got it so good, but like when I came in, it was like you was trying to actually do whatever you need to do to get your name out there, to compete. Like everybody, it's like out of the trunk with your CD thing. That's what I was on. I was selling my CD at the corner stores. That was me, and I had my street
right.
team out there selling the CDs at the corner stores, pressing them up, getting 200 CDs pressed. You know what I mean? Getting out there trying to make those numbers, because at that time, the people who we were looking at that was doing it was 50. and 50 got it out the trunk. You know what I mean? So it's like we
Right.
was seeing that, and we was kind of emulating that in a lot of ways. So, and that was even before he really blew. You know what I mean? But we
Right.
know because like I said, it's everybody who I got because of where I'm from and the time period I'm from. I know people in places. So, but
Right.
anyway, with the whole thing with the spec deal and all of that, that's why I kind of move how I move with MGM, because I understand what it was back then. I see the opportunity that these kids have now, and I know it's still vultures in the industry. I want to be a person that's able to be in the industry and do the opposite and give cats
Yeah.
the opportunity to really do it. They use this platform and really do their thing, because it's the sky's the limit. Like I remember when I was doing shows, I had to pay to do shows. Like when you had to do showcases, there would be promoters that charge you to do the showcase.
Yes.
And then there was a prize that one person out of everybody on the showcase could win, but they charged you to get on the stage, and you the performer that the people are coming to see, but they come in
Right.
just to see, you know what I'm saying, people perform. And it's like the promoter was the only one making money. It's like they give
Right.
some money away to the one person that won, but they charge every performer. It might be 25 performers, and you all paid. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way, you know what I'm saying, the industry. That's how competitive the industry was when I came into it. But now everybody can make music in a bedrooms. Everybody got got the internet. Everybody got
Shit
the
from your
software.
iPhone, damn near.
They can make
Right.
it on their
Right.
phone. They got
Right.
apps where they can just download it for free or get it stolen, whatever. So they don't even have to spend the money to get into the studio and all of that. Like technology is like made it to where it's erased a lot of those walls. And to the point where you don't even have to do shows. You don't have to leave your house to do a show. You can put a headset on. You buy a $400 headset and do
Yeah.
shows in your
It's
headset.
happening. It's for
So
sure
because of
happening.
that, when I seen, like I said, when I came in here, to be honest with you, I had kind of let music go and was living life and had several different things that I was doing. I bought
Right.
this thing for my daughter, but I wanted to
Mm.
make sure that I popped it on before I gave it to her. And when I
Right.
seen what was going on, and I met people like CJ and other people that we was cooling with that first night I got here, and then like I went
Right.
and saw the club and saw like the signs on the club saying that say they don't own the rights to the music, knowing that I got access to so many different independent
Clubs.
artists' music, including
Yeah.
independent labels music. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is a perfect opportunity to get them a chance to get their music into a brand new space and help the space as well.
I'm with it. I'm with it. And I know they've even heard MGM about 4 times already. I'm like, they want me to ask the question. I'm not asking it yet. I'm not. I still want to talk about the MC, Mr. Daytona, real quick. So, I got a question for you from a artist standpoint.
Mhm.
In regards to the process that it takes for you to generate a track and things like that, were you more of you write your music first and then you look for the beat, or did you have the beats already then you wrote to the beat? Which one
I
came
did.
first?
The first track that I probably ever wrote was probably without a beat, just like
Uh-huh.
just like on a pace. I learned how to rap from listening to Rakim. Even though I was a KRS-One fan, I took to the stylings of Rakim as far as how he would use the double entendres and like the way that he how poetic he was. So I
Yeah.
took to him. So when I first started rapping, people was comparing me to Nas. Like when I first started rapping, it was really conscious, really, you know, poetic. So I learned how to write universals first. And then I got to the point where when I started developing as an artist, I started writing the beats. So it's like I started writing on the strings. But at first I was writing on the beats and then I wrote on the strings as I grew.
Okay. Got you. So as an MC with a deal and things like that, um, like you said, it was a lot of adversities going on in regards to being an MC and things like that. So my question to you is, from an MC standpoint, what kept you motivated in pursuing this career and thinking that you can achieve something within it?
Oh, let's be clear. I didn't. It wasn't a straight line from 2021 or 2001 to 2022 when I got in here. It
Right.
wasn't a straight line. So I didn't. I wasn't doing music that whole time. No,
Okay.
I did. I
Okay.
did. I did music up until about 2005 ish. After I lost my deal and that whole situation was done. I left music alone. I had
Mm,
tried to do a label, and I did a label, and the label didn't work. So I learned a lot from my failure with it.
yes.
But I left it alone and went into business and went into other businesses and learned business because I understood at the time when I lost my deal that music is a business. It's not
Yes.
just an art form. It's not just a hobby. It's not just a passion.
Facts.
It's also a
Facts.
business. And when I came in the industry, like most people, I didn't understand the business. So that's what happened when you don't understand the business. You go into the industry, people understand the business, take advantage of you on a business level. And
Right.
because it's like like music is a commodity. We look at it as an artist, as an art form of expression. It's really who we are. We look at it deeper than that. But then there's people just like a painting. An artist might look at a painting in a set way, that art form, but there's a art broker that looks at it as a commodity. And that's the
Mm,
same thing with music. There's a music industry that looks at what we do as a commodity. And if you don't understand that part, bro, it's a rude awakening when you're in it and they're like, yo, you need to say Hennessy 3 times in this shit because we got a deal signed and we need Hennessy 3 times in this fucking song. I don't give a shit how
right.
you rhyme that shit, motherfucker, but you need to put Hennessy in here. We start having that conversation with people, like
Right.
at that time, you know what I mean? It's like it's different now, I'm sure. But it's parts of the music industry that you don't understand unless you're in the industry. Put it like that.
Got you. Got
There's a
you.
commercial side of the things. So yeah, I
Facts.
mean,
Facts.
as far as I know, I went on a tangent, but basically, what happened with me is I got out of the industry then. The metaverse was a way for me to wake that business back up because I never lost contact with anybody. It's just we had real lives, and every so
Yes.
often, like the last time honestly, the last time that I was using music, was I was teaching Christian rappers how to rap in a church. You know what I mean? I was
Wow.
literally schooling them and teaching the Christian rappers in the church how to rap and just literally sitting them down, teaching them how to count bars, teaching them how to rap on beat, teaching them how to create a song, and doing that for a church organization.
Okay. CJ has a question over there. What up, CJ?
I'm making that your clip, by the way, what you just said, because not a lot of people understand that from the industry standpoint. For instance, the reference of dealing with like, hey, you got to say whiskey, or the
Hmm.
brand deals that has to deal with it, or for instance, being a commodity. It's different. So, like I said, industry wise, that's why uh, when me and him started talking, because we got history. Me and
Hmm.
him started talking. That's why we connected mostly because we understood. All right, this is yeah. Birds of feathers flock together. It's easy to find out who's who. But yeah, that right there is the truth. I wish that more people would understand that point because a lot of folks do things to take advantage, and you don't know like who's gonna be a shark.
Mm,
Hmm.
And why they're doing what they're doing. Like why you have to say this, this part, or why you have to stay in this line, or you have to, spit this way, or do a song that you don't want to do.
Hmm.
You know,
It's
so
so deep. It's
for
so
real.
deep.
what?
Love, and it's like I learned when I learned business outside of music because business is business. But
Yes.
when I learned business outside of music, and then from what I knew from the music business, and then I learned like exactly why and how to how it was tying out. Like, and I was like, wow, okay, that makes sense now. I see. Well, damn, why I ain't get paid none of that? You know what I mean? It's like it was just like when I
Right.
was like,
Right.
so it's like now from the space that I'm in, I'm on the other side as far as business, but I'm in an ability to do it and not be a shark because
Got you.
it's like I literally have kind of like the way that the metaverse works and how much overhead you're able to cut from using the metaverse.
Yes.
Like that
Crazy.
right there
Crazy.
is a game
Right.
changer in the industry, and that's where we at now, and that's what I've been able to leverage, and that's why Empire believes in us. You know, and Empire
Okay.
got us, and we got some things going on with that. So yeah, it's definitely something that, you know, my past experience has helped out quite a bit. And yeah, we had conversations, because when you talk when you understand it from whether you're a producer or an artist, and you've been in the industry and you've been in these rooms and you've made this and you sat down and you've actually looked at and you've been in situations in the music industry, you can have a conversation with somebody, understand that whether they know what the
Right.
hell they're talking about or not. You know what I mean? So I was
100%.
in one situation where I first met CJ and a couple other people at that night, and we was like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? It needs a music industry in here.
Definitely. Well, we're going to talk about that in addition to a couple of other things, especially in regards to Empire, Universal, MGM, and things like that. Once we get back to this from this commercial, I'm sure everybody dying to figure out what attracted you to this Oculus and what made you feel that you can create the vibe that you've created within this space outside of being an MC. Because I think I'm almost positive a lot of people know you here as a person, as a DJ, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So we're gonna elaborate on that a little bit and shed some light on that when we get back from this commercial break. I see some of my peoples up in here, MK, most humble, Genesee, hi, sweetest flower, hi, ma'am. I hope y'all doing all
There you
right.
go,
So
man.
we're gonna go to this commercial real quick and then we're gonna come back and talk to my man Daytona Vibes. This is Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. I'm your boy Burn the Proof. CJ, man, cue me up.
Are you looking to take your online presence to the next level? At Lux Vision Studios, we're your one-stop shop for building a strong digital brand and connecting with your target audience. We produce high-quality shows in a variety of formats, including podcasts, talk shows, gaming content, and motivational videos. Our team of experts will manage your social media channels and branding, helping you amplify your story and reach a wider audience. We stream content across popular social media platforms and Roku, ensuring maximum visibility. Whether you're a gamer, entrepreneur, or looking to inspire others, we have the expertise to help you achieve your online goals. Here's what sets us apart: engaging content. We produce a variety of shows to keep your audience interested and coming back for more. Social media and branding mastery. We'll manage your online presence and build a strong brand that resonates with your target audience. Multi-platform reach. We stream your content across popular platforms and Roku, maximizing your visibility. Community focus. We believe in fostering a community around your content, creating a loyal following. Let Lux Vision Studios help you connect with your community and amplify your voice online.
Awesome. God bless everybody. I'm so glad, amen, that everything is finding you well, and I pray it's finding you well. This is Pastor Johnny live from our sanctuary here in the Metaverse at Word of Grace Meta Church. I want to invite you out to our service here on Sunday nights for worship and the word, now streaming through Lux Vision Studios. So excited about that and what God is doing in this space and place. See you Sunday. God bless you.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy HG. I was 702. Let's get tripping like a kid, untie his shoes. And you see the vibe and you see the move. Where I'm at, that's the Howard Hour Live to be exact. And you can catch me live on Lux Vision Studios to be exact. So make sure you tune in every Friday night, 11 Central, 12 Eastern, and 9 Pacific. And you know, everybody's a somebody. Catch me live on Lux Vision Studio. Let's go.
Marine too? Word, okay. I ain't even know. Okay. I tell him I ain't gonna say that shit. Okay. Oh, did he? Okay. Hey, I'm gonna shout him out on the stage. I got him. Yeah. Definitely.
He's muted.
10 seconds. Actually, no. You live
You get
now.
on my nerves.
Oh, jeez. How y'all doing?
CJ told me 10 seconds. I don't know when that 10 seconds ends. Oh, there we go. We on. Again, good evening, everybody. This is Burden of Proof here. This is After Q Speak Your Truth. Thank you for coming through. We are here with my Utica, yes, Utica, New York native, Daytona Vibes. Here speaking about his gravitation to the metaverse and his life as an MC. Shout out my guy Charles, was that 9311 over there. He is a Marine. I'm not gonna say former Marine because you're never a former Marine. So simplify my guy. That might be one of the only times motherfuckers ever hear me say that shit. But I don't know the story. But I'm definitely look forward to chopping it up with you, man. See what you were doing in the Marine Corps, what your MOS was, and things like that. You dig what I'm saying? So welcome to the show. Thanks for coming through. MK always be bringing people to the show. I love her for that. Like for real. Like for real, she always has somebody that she wants me to come check out. So I promise I will do my due diligence, ma'am, and make sure I cross-reference these people. So again, appreciate you for always being some support. So again, we're here with my guy Daytona Vibes. We've already spoke on him being an MC and things like that. We're gonna fast forward to this metaverse situation and what he has going on within this space. But before we do that, you talked about giving the Oculus to your daughter first before you had it. So what did you see within this space when you had the Oculus that made you say, "Oh, this is all me. I need to jump into this"?
Yo, what it was it was the age gap between my kids. So my son at the time was like 13, and my daughter was like 7. So or actually no 8. No, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. She was 13 and 6. Actually, she was 6. So when I got the Oculus, I'm like, am I going to get this to a 6-year-old? But because I saw on the box it said 13 and over. I hadn't. That's my bad on parenting. I hadn't done my research on it and really seen where it was at. So when I got but I was like, okay, this is what the Christmas list is. This is how much it costs. Boom, bang, it's there. So, all right, cool. But then when I saw it, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Like the red flags went up when I seen 13, and I'm like, no. It's a reason why they saying it's 13. So let me look inside of this and see why they saying it's 13. First off, it was too big for her head. You know what I mean? Secondly, like when I went in there, I'm like, okay, well, I see it don't even adjust down the kids' heads, and I see why. Like it's got stuff in here. So my son, preteen, 13 or whatever. I said, all right, cool, he good. 13 is good. 13, okay, have at it. I'm gonna pay attention to you, but you with the 6, nah, I am not doing this with you. You is not finna have this headset and do none of this because you know what I mean. It's you know what I mean? It's a situation to where it's more for teens. You know what I mean? It's a situation to where I'm like, okay, but I'm not going to take this back because it's still kind of sketch for a 13-year-old, but I'm going to be able to be, you know what I mean, able to watch you, Mr. 13-year-old, if I'm in this space as well, if I'm in here as well and see what you're doing. He never took to the social part of it. He literally just took to playing video games, and the games, and to do the Star Wars and all of the different kind of games that's on here. So luckily, he just wanted that. He didn't want the social media aspect of it. But when I saw the social media aspect of it, I was like, wait, you know what I mean? Like, because I had that situation where I started talking to other adults from other parts of the country, and like I found music people in here. I was like, oh, hold up. And then like when I went to the party and I saw the sign on there talking about like we don't own the rights, and I'm like, why is Spotify not in here? Well, it needs to be a Spotify. So let's make something that works like a Spotify. Let's figure this out. And I started meeting, networking, and meeting people and learning how to put music in and all of that. And it was a wrap. We started.
Yeah, it's funny you can say it's funny you say that about the damn Oculus not fitting their damn head, because the damn Oculus don't fit my damn nephew's head. That don't stop his little black behind, little bad stuff. Yo, he got an Oculus too. I swear the thing covered his whole damn mouth. I'm like, bro, I'm almost positive that ain't the way it's supposed to be working. But like,
no,
he navigates his ass on the little Roblox and whatever the hell you got going on within here. You can't tell him nothing. Though,
Right.
so yeah, I definitely can understand from the standpoint of a 6, 7, or 8-year-old having the damn Oculus, and the eyes you got to have on their badasses in regards to what they doing and what they not doing. Because even within these quote unquote kid spaces, you know what I'm saying, these nasties be lurking around here, trying to mess with these damn kids and stuff like that. So you definitely got to have an eye out. And shit, my nephew's so damn sociable. He'll give you his damn address if you let him. I would swear, just by asking them. So you got, and it's unfortunate because you literally got to snatch the innocence away from a child before you even give them this stuff. Like, yo, don't be nice, don't answer back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy the type of disclaimers that you have to give to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally snatching away their innocence, and it's just one of the things that you have to do.
I just snatched away the headset. it wasn't even about that. Like, we not doing that. You know what I mean? Like, be mad if you want to. You can see that in your headset if you want to, and be mad about it, but it ain't going down that way. You know what I'm saying? I prefer you be mad.
So here we go though. So you came in here like, all right. So did you first jump on like build mode, or did you like circle the block a couple of times and just try to get a gauge for who's who within this space before you started doing your thing?
When I first turned it on and got the tutorial, literally, it was Christmas morning because I bought it like it was Christmas presents. So, you know what I mean? Opened up the Christmas box or whatever. I saw the 13 on the box and I was like, whoa, time out. You know what I mean? And then I was like, okay, well, let me test this out before I get this to you. So on Christmas Day, sometime during that day is when I popped in here. And when I was in, or maybe the next day, I don't remember, is it Christmas Day or the next day, but I popped in here and was like, I ended up at that time, I believe venues was kind of like, after you do the tutorial, you kind of end up I don't think your ass in venues, but like soon as you popped in, there was like hordes of trollers that were like in there, like teen boys, that would kind of like run up to you and be joking your avatar and like they would literally kind of mug you, like when you first but they were sitting there like waiting to mug you when you came into this little spot. I forgot what it was called, whether it was called venues or not at that time, but it was basically venues. It was two separate apps. You know what I mean? So somehow in there, it didn't take long. It was only a couple of days before a recruiter from Horizon Worlds that I believe, it was either Southern Edibles or it was either Southern Edibles or another one of the Southerns, but don't give me the line. It was one of the recruiters for Hardy. You know what I mean? That approached me first.
His street team.
One of the street teams for Hardy that approached me first, and then they came and brought me into this Horizon Worlds, and then I went into, I believe, Hardy World for a minute, and I just started world hopping, and then I got off, and I came back in, and I world hopped again, and I seen a spot called the Boom Boom Room. I'm like, the Boom Boom Room.
The hell?
And it was Taco. Taco had made a world in here called the Boom Boom Room, and literally that's where I met CJ and them, was at the Boom Boom Room that Taco had built. And it wasn't what you might think by hearing the Boom Boom Room, but it was right. It was like a club, and it had like all kinds of like stuff, and he had music code. He had music coded in at that time in the world. So he was able to chill in there and vibe, and I was like, okay, cool. But it was rudimentary, primitive. Like it's not like spaces like this now that we evolved to. But that was my first experience, was that, and then I ended up finding Danica's spot. I think it was Vivid. It was Club Vivid.
Club
Vivid. I found that. I went there on New Year's after we, you know what I'm saying, and went to his New Year party there, and then I found Alt Space, and I actually went to a party at Allspace that was thrown by Boogie. You know what I mean? So it's like that was like my New Year's, my first week inside of the headset. I'm meeting these people, and I ended up meeting Danica not long after. He asked me to be, he probably won't remember this. He asked me to be Brother Man in his skit because he was making a Martin work. He wanted me to be Brother Man from the fifth floor, as an actor in his Martin world. But it's like I ended up over time running into like just networking, and like Danica was one of the people that taught me how to build. Um, uh, it was also Taco was another person that taught me how to build. And the name is slipping my mind, but Official is part of his name. But it was several different builders that kind of took me underneath their wing and taught me how to build. And I ended up after I figured out music was what we wanted to do, we made a world that was a venue world. It had the stage in it and different little things going on, and it was just the MGM world. And then we kind of started from there. That was like literally I think it took me maybe February. By February, I had the world built. I got in, so it took me a couple months of world hopping and playing around. And my first people I was world hopping with was Queen B. Rest in peace, Queen B. That was one of the first people that took me and had a little click, because if people knew Queen B back then, she had about 7 or 8 people running with her, and it was like a little gang of people. I was in that one of that little gangs of people with her.
Yeah.
And man, everybody from everybody that's in this space now that's done things like Manny, and met all those people like in that first week, man.
Yeah, I mean, sheesh. Man, you brought it back with some of those names and some of those spaces.
There's so many different names, man.
Club Vivid was the spot. I remember you running up in that space 50 times, man. I swear. I think I ran the Vivid every 3 hours, man, trying to catch to see who
and it was playing the same 10 songs over and over again.
right.
Like, how many times are you gonna hear Drake, "I'm too sexy for my shirt"? You know what I mean? Like, but we was still rocking it there because it was.
It was a vibe. It was a whole vibe. It came to a point where we didn't even give a damn about the music, man.
We didn't even care about the music.
We were just connecting, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sense of this space. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Y'all see this? Like,
yo, I could say I came into space before Metaverse was even a thing. It wasn't even Metaverse when we first popped in. We was just chilling, you know what I mean, figuring it out and just understanding what the hell the Metaverse was and what it could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't waste no time though, in regards to figuring out what your niche was going to be within this space. So, what gave you that confidence to know that, okay, yo, shit, I'm gonna be a DJ up in here?
Man, it wasn't even about being a DJ, honestly. I literally, it's never been a time that I didn't want to have MGM be a music space inside of this platform. It's just building it out in this world, in this chaotic space with so much that's going on. Like, I realized that if I wanted it done, I kind of had to do it myself and have my own hat on. So I had to learn how to be a builder. And after I learned how to be a builder, I had to learn how to be a world promoter. And in order to be a world promoter, and I'm building around music, I had to learn how to be a DJ. So I had to learn these things in this space, because in the IRL, there was other people. I had to do no DJing. You know what I mean? I'm a rapper. I'm not a DJ. But at the same time, hip hop is hip hop. So if you know how to do one part of hip hop, you know how to do every part of hip hop. If it's in you, if you really hip hop, then it ain't gonna take me but a little while. I'll figure it out, bro. You know what I mean? Just give me the beat, I'll figure it out. If that's the vibe you got with music that's coming from you as an artist, that's the vibe you can have with everything that's coming from you as a person. It's in you. It's who you are. You know what I mean? So that's what the DJing came from. It's literally, I figured out. I talked to a couple of cats that had high quality music. The first person that I literally talked to, that I went into his world and his music was crazy, with Squirt Reynolds. I went into Squirt Reynolds' world.
Shout
I
out
think
Squirt. Yeah,
it was something
yeah.
about 90s or something. He had Next Too Close playing, and that joint sound Chris. I was like, okay, he got Next Too Close playing in here. I talked to Square, like, and that's the cool thing about this too. Like, when you go into these worlds and these buildings, especially back then, you have a conversation with them, and nobody was gatekeeping. People told you what it was and how to do it, and especially if at that time before it was a competitive thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I talked to Square. Square put me on. I was like, oh, you gotta get a computer. You gotta do this, and the third. I'll show you how to do it, this and the third. And then later on, CJ, you know what I'm saying, ended up linking and he ended up giving me some of the scripts, and I believe the scripts. You know what I mean? It was just a situation we were all sharing. You know, so I got the information from Squirt. Figured, well, pause. His name is so crazy, but I got the information from him. And then like see later on, CJ was like we kind of like linked up on how to bring the music to life, at least how I was doing it. And started putting music in the worlds, and kind of MGM became a situation to where we were kind of like the Spotify, able to put music in worlds, and you can come to us to get music in your worlds, but also you come to us for parties, and we became a club promotions to give to create crowds for the artists. So that way,
let's be and let's be clear here. Let's be clear here about this guy. Like I don't think there's a theme in the world that he didn't create a vibe for since he's been in this space. Matter of fact, I think I can remember being in your New Year's Eve space one time, rocking out with you. Once, like you've had a theme. You've made over. Wow, I can't even imagine how many words that you've created within this space. That I mean, you seem to reinvent yourself with every build and things like that. So I wanted to ask you, was that something that was premeditated, or you were just checking out what everybody else was doing and it's like, you know what, if I do this, I'm going to stand out a little bit more?
No, it's the opposite. So basically, my builds have always kind of come from inspiration of something that I was like literally going through, but as well as none of my builds, I never build alone. Like Sweetest Flower right there is like one of the dopest builders and scripters in this space. You know what I mean? So like
really,
like all of these builds that we do is me and Sweetest is doing the build. So it's me and her in these spots in these spaces. So I'm not building anything alone. And it's never been a situation where I really have been
Sweetest, you build?
Yeah, like all of the MetaGenre music builds, you know, it has her fingerprints on it, her DNA. I've never been a person, you know what I'm saying, like I'm on the interview now, so I'm talking to you like my experiences personally, but it's not about me. It's a team. She's my other half of MGM.
I ain't waving at you. I'm telling you to come down here.
She said she ain't dealing with us.
Right. Nah, we're gonna have to spill this tea, sister. I didn't know this. Come on over here,
man.
I need you on the circle over there, man, please. Sweetest.
Yes.
You hi.
Hi. Hi to you too.
Right. You build.
I do.
What? So
why?
So what about this young man made you gravitate to him and wanting to be an accessory, if you will, to a lot of the ventures that he's been engaged in since he's been within this space?
Well, initially when I got on here, what drew me to the space was business. I own and run my own practice in real life off of here since 2008. And one of my friends told me that this space would be kind of neat to put my storefront, because I do have a website that I do have like herbaceuticals and different medical products. And so I was under the impression that this would be a really nice space to kind of bridge that in, because I always like always like to try to stay on the cutting edge of things. So just kind of like a couple steps ahead. So I came into the space and I was asking around, and this was at the very end of March of 2023. That's when I came in here. And everybody was telling me that, oh, if you're looking for somebody to build, you need to find Daytona Vibes. 5 or 6 people told me that he was one of the dopest builders in here, and if I could find him, he would be able to help me. So it took me about 2 whole days to be able to hunt him down. I kept on popping in on him, and I wanted to commission a build. I had my money and everything ready. I was like, hey, I need you to help me build, and I'm going to pay you. I don't want to do anything. I just tell you what I need, and then you'll build it and I'll pay you. And so then he was like, you know what? You're really smart. No, I want to show you how to do this. And so I hopped into build mode, and then we completed the first build that he just kind of showed me how to do stuff. And then my first build by myself was actually under his name. It's called Flowers, IRL Flowers condo. It's a real replica of my condo, and it was actually nominated for the best non-tri-mesh realism. So that was like my first. And it was like I scripted it and did all of that on there. So yeah, it was really dope.
And you script?
I do.
She scripts, and I don't script. She scripts.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Shit. Well, ma'am, let people know if they need your services, where they can find you at.
They can't, because I don't like coming in here like that.
Nah, she her time is taken. Thank you very much. Pause.
Oh, my bad.
No, but for real, there's a guy named Shy the King, or he goes by Shy the God. He's someone I've worked with in scripting. He's helped me a lot and taught me so many things. I've learned from a lot of Blender 93. I've learned stuff from him. There's a lot of really dope scripters that I've been able to go into build mode with and work with, and they've taught me a lot, and I've gotten of course, Biggie Paul's amazing. He taught me a lot too.
Shout out Biggie.
Yeah, Biggie Paul's is definitely like a huge influence on my scripting. He's actually the first person that I hopped into build mode with that helped me hands on with my scripting. So yeah, he's really dope. Shout out to him.
Oh, well, yo, see, I never knew. I never knew. Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you coming in and sharing some of that information with those who didn't know, because I surely damn did. I surely didn't. But no, thank you. I appreciate that.
So
damn, Daytona, you keeping up. I love how Daytona keep you under lock and key like that.
Look, now does it look smart? Look, now does it look smart that I didn't take the money? Now does it look smart that I didn't take the money?
Right. Yo, that's crazy. That's a dope story, though. That's a dope story. Oh man. So let's talk about it. MGM. Let the people know what it is, man. People, let the people that are intrigued about it, let them know what this is.
Yeah, so basically MetaGenre music, or MGM as we call it affectionately, is a full-fledged record label that has a distribution deal through Empire Distribution, which Empire Distribution is the same people that brought us acts like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? So just for clarity on the level of what Empire does with Gavi, they are a record label, but they have a model and a business schematic that's set up to support independent distribution, or of distribution of independent artists. That's their bread and butter. That's how they're set up from the time that they've been doing music. So because of that, that is like who we partnered with, because like I said, with my background with record labels, I was one of them dudes was like, nah, you ain't gonna get me no more. It got me where I was in a situation of paranoia. Right. But me and getting acquainted with this new era of music, with what Empire is doing.
Hold up, Daytona. Hey, Herc, I need you down there in the audience, my guy. Appreciate you.
But meeting Metaverse is awesome. But meeting like with them and being able to partner with them has been what MetaGenre Music has become. You can check us out on all of our socials and all of that good stuff, and see what we're doing, and check the artists out that we're bringing in here, and that we're meeting in here, and expanding and platform. We just got done with our tour, so we're moving and pushing music forward, and using this space as a brand new platform, just like once upon a time labels use YouTube as a brand new platform, and artists use YouTube as now it's just common knowledge that you can go to YouTube and get music. Well, it's going to be common knowledge that you go to the Metaverse to get music too, because of MetaGenre Music.
Got you. No, that's big. So basically, for those who aren't paying attention, there are labels in real life that are definitely partaking in venturing within virtual reality in these spaces to try to
well, we don't even got to say it plural. There's a label partnering with a, you know what I'm saying, company. For now, we are 101, and there's no others right now. Obviously, we're opening the door, and it's not a monopoly. At some point, somebody else will do what we're doing. But for right now, it's just us.
Got you. So I see you you have an affiliation with Susie the Q and Nick T. In indie tours and things like that. You care to elaborate on that venture?
Yeah, that's bro and sis, man. We will much love to Indie Tour. Shout out to Indie Tour with Shu, the Q, and Nick T. We met them. Me and Sweetest met them like actually at an event. I believe they was just coming in to vibe at one of our events, and they had a show that they was doing at the time, and they invited us to do their show. We vibed as one of their guests. And man, we kicked it off and started hanging out with them, and just built such a relationship, man, that we be chilling, you know what I mean, so hard, and doing business with them so hard. It's like that's like really bro and sis as far as what they're doing with indie tours and for the community. We support them. They support us through MetaGenre Music, so it's a personal and business relationship. So yeah, big shout out to them for sure. They like some of the closest people to MGM in this space, you know.
So I'm listening to how you talking right now. So y'all really are like a package deal when it comes to this metaverse shit. You and Sweetest.
Yo, Sweetest is my vice president of MetaGenre Music. She's not just like when people see Sweetest, like she like a lot of times like people get it twisted sometimes. Some people come to me and they be like, yo, I need to talk to you, because like that's the thing in here. Like people run up and they like, oh, I need to talk to you about this, and I got this. It's like this. Everybody got an elevator pitch. Like it's been like that for a minute. Like when she said it took her a while to find me, because I hide. Like I'll come into this spot and I'll legit be like, I'll go into like private instances. If I'm gonna do something, I go into private instance. I work in build mode, come out of build mode, and go to a private instance to check something out. So you'll see me online. I don't hide like that I'm online, because I want. That's fine for you to go into the empty world and do whatever you're gonna do in the empty world, and hopefully stay in there. Because I mean, truth be told, I've been monetized for a minute. So it's like letting people go into the empty world is not a problem for me. Go ahead to the empty world and chill out, write your friends. I don't care. But it's like I was working on worlds, you know what I mean? And I'd hide and pop out only into like the closed instance. Well, I made a mistake. I accidentally popped into an open world. That's when she caught me. Because that's the reason why it took her so long to find me, because I always hid.
Right.
But honestly, I don't hide much more. I mean, it's like, because now we've been building and creating what MetaGenre is. Like, big shout out to Sweetest, like her business acumen and business mindset coming into with where I am with business, and then you know the partnership that we had as far as her learning how to build and things of that nature. It rounded out everything. So we
complement each other. Yes,
complements everything out. So that's my vice president and everything. So a lot of times, like people come to me and they'll be like, "Oh, I need to talk to you about this," and I'll be like, "Oh, hit the page because it's going to her." You know what I'm saying? Talk to her about that. You know what I'm saying? And if she deems that needs to talk to me, then we'll all figure it out. But you know what I mean, she can make the decisions like I can make the decisions, so it ends up being that kind of energy and vibe. She's an equal partner in my eyes, you know what I'm saying?
Love it. So, yeah, I love it. That's what's up. That's dope. So what can we look forward to in regards to MGM?
bro,
within this space and this platform.
Bro, it's about to get real crazy in here. I'm telling you, it's about to get real crazy in here. Right now, like today, I signed 2 more artists. But even outside of that, like the energy, just to be clear, the deal with Empire, that was inked in this like the end of December.
Okay.
The deal came together in November. It got inked at the end of December. The first music didn't get released until February, and we already over 20,000 streams deep with the music.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's only 2 artists, and it only got released in the middle of February, around I believe the week of Valentine's Day is when the first thing got released, which was PC Beats. But we've only had music released since the week of Valentine's Day, and we've already got 20,000 streams. But we've also got the website, which is been moving units like crazy, and which is impressive, which is MetaGenremusic.co. People can go there and buy the EPs and the singles from there. Crazy numbers being moved there. But I let the artists keep their business with that. And then with the stuff that's public, I'm gonna brag on what's public. So basically the MetaGenre Music TV, we just hit 9,001 subscribers.
Word.
And we've really only been pushing it since everything started popping off in February. So from February to now, April, 2 months, we had 9,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? So the interest in like the meta, and that's like the content that we make in this space, and the interest that people have in what's going on in the metaverse is what we're using to push independent music. And that's really the marriage that we're making, because we could do it for low cost, which is the industry loves, high interest, because people don't even know what the hell the metaverse is, and they trying to figure it all out. Like, why is this person rapping in a video game? And how are they doing that?
Right.
I could do it too. I can do this on my phone. Like that vibe, that energy is what we be pushing out there. So yeah, man, it's been going great. It's gonna be doing even better, because we have things where we're working on the back end with Empire to get their artists to start using the platform as well.
Got you.
And we right now building that platform up so that when their artists start using it, it don't break. You know what I mean? We building up that whole situation, and it's coming beautifully. The artist is a part of us. It's coming beautiful. We joining, we adding on, we kind of forming like Voltron, because I believe in the independent artist. I believe in, I don't want to be your boss. I want to sit next to a table full of bosses. I'm not your boss. We all, you know what I mean? We all eat. We all come to the table, and just like I could do anything by myself, and I don't need you. You could do anything by yourself, and don't need me. But us together, you know, the world can't stop us.
Strength in numbers. Strength in numbers.
It's a whole different energy. So I roll with people like me. That's like, and if they not like me, we build, and we all make us each other better. So I could be like them, and they could be like me, to where we contain union. Like if somebody fall off, it don't matter. I got that too. I do everything. It's not anything in this space I can't do. You know what I mean? Even though I joked about not being a scripter, because she's a bomb scripter, I can still script too. You know what I mean? It's just like everything, you know what I'm saying, we all duplicate. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what people that's been coming to us as far as musically. I mean, like, we got DL Cordero. He's one of the coldest artists, man. That dude, he writes, he produces, he mixes, he masters, he does it all himself. So the music that you're hearing from him is high quality, completely industry ready music, to where Empire heard, they like, okay. And the people who work with me at Empire got Grammys, bro. They not nobodies. You know what I mean? Like my A&R got Grammys. You know what I'm saying? So when they hear it and they like, he ready to go, and it's high quality, still do it all himself. He don't have a team. He is the team. You know what I mean? With DL Credit, he's like it's like I joke, because I know if people know about Prince made songs where he played every instrument on the damn track. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I call DL Cordero low key. His work ethic is like Prince. He's like a hip hop Prince.
Yo, shout out DL Cordero, because he was over there on
shout out.
If I'm not mistaken, he was over there on what's the J the Fade Game and with the EO speakers freestyle joint that he did. Yo, I sat in on that one. I was like, damn. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
so I could definitely see
He's our
what you
lead
where you coming
he's our
from.
lead off artist.
Word.
Dale Cordero is
Jay
the engineer.
Octavius, that's my guy's name.
Yeah,
Shout out my
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Shout out to Jay Octavius, yo. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, we doing big things. Hopefully, we partner with people like Jay Octavius and other people in this space that bring music into this space, and that we could partner with and make it to where the metaverse music industry is the real music industry by linking and being a bridge to the real music industry, to these different things that we do here. Because really, it's not just about me. It's not just about Daytona Vibes. It's not just about Sweetest Flowers. It's not just about MGM. Even though we the first, we the first for a purpose to make sure that it's a lasting thing and that we're the first of many at some point. But to be
definitely,
clear,
somebody got to open the door. Somebody got to open the door and push that. I'm sorry, I'm about to cuss. Jen, Jen, you had something you wanted to ask, babe?
Yeah, but it's really about the understanding of the business and the financial gain an artist can get. I think that's a complicated kind of question, since just need an understanding and how it works in the metaverse. These are some of the questions from real industry lawyers I'm trying to bring in here. It's just the understanding on how that calculates and works.
So the short form answer, because I can answer that question. The short form answer, ain't no money in here. That's the short form answer. Not no real money, not in this space in music, not yet. But the reality of it is, this is a great place for content creation, promotion, and to create money outside of this space using this space. This space is for promotion. So it's as much money in here as it is. I mean, it's less money in here. The money in here is like an influencer money. So like I've been monetized since I got in here, but I'm monetized as a builder. They don't give a damn about music. Music is not what I'm making music off of. And to be honest with you, what I do as far as putting people in this space, it's not going to create money to even
so
compensate.
I guess my question is this really, to clarify, so you're monetized on the streaming, right? Does that get shared with an artist in the metaverse?
What streaming are you referring to, Horizon?
So let's say you get to the capacity of followers and likes or whatever on a YouTube base or something like that.
So outside of the metaverse.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we do. MetaGenre music creates like monetization for artists, and we create a platform for artists to make music for sure. So that's what that's the reason why we exist. We exist so artists could make money using this platform, because if you just use this platform without the things and tools that we bring to the table, then you don't make money in this platform. Ain't nobody. Trust me.
That's why we need to have a conversation about that. I would love to understand how it works, so I could, be a advocate for artists to, consider the metaverse.
So are you in the music industry?
Oh, I've been an accountant. I've been a business manager for 35 years. Yeah, I represented all the people that you probably were
listening to.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Nah,
so
she got.
So we could definitely talk.
Jen can name drop some motherfuckers, bro. Let me tell you.
Yeah. We could definitely talk and see what
I
makes
just want to
sense.
talk. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah,
that's a big question every time I'm trying to bring.
Call my people.
Talk
to my people.
That's the number one question. When I'm bringing these artists in that are established, like, what's the paper in here?
And this is not for that
down. Yeah, but there has to be a formula. Yeah. Thank you.
It's a formula, but I'm
gonna check with your calendar. I'm gonna check with your calendar.
Yeah,
thank you. Good luck to you. I'm real proud. That's really great. This is great news. I'm gonna share it with all my old clients out there that consider the metaverse. So hey.
Facts. That's what's
Thank
up.
you, Jenny.
Let's talk. Connect. We could connect and make everything happen.
So, from an artist standpoint, you said you just signed your DL Cardero was one of your Yeah,
Mhm.
lead artist that you sign. What do you look for in an artist to say, yeah, he's something I can represent or and stand behind?
The beautiful part about what I do is I'm a pass-through distribution label. So I look for an independent artist. So an independent artist needs to be an independent artist. Like they need to be a situation to where I hear about them or I heard about them or I meet them and I'm able to look at their body of work and be like, oh, okay. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Okay.
It's like, but I'm
Gotcha.
I'm not looking for somebody to have like 100,000 followers and nothing like that. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't deal with somebody like that, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the capability for us to be able to push them to that situation and past that. I'm looking for people who are independent but also willing to be in the space. Because I mean, and even if they're not willing to be in this space, we got some artists that we dealing with now that ain't even going to be in this space. It's literally going to be MetaGenre Music is going to be a distribution partner. So we're
Mm,
primarily a distribution label. We just use the actual the Metaverse is our space of promotions, and this is where we content create, and we actually use that to differentiate what our artists do in the real world. So we represent small independent artists, and DL Cordero was that already. He's got years in the game, a year of experience, and like I said, he's a fully contained unit. And a lot of the artists that we deal
yes.
with are fully contained units. They don't need like I don't have to put up. It's like it's not a situation to where I'm creating the artist and putting a bunch of money and financial time into shaping and molding an artist. I'm just partnering
Right.
with the artist that's already there and I'm helping them get their music from point A to point B, and I'm building the platform for them to put their music on, and I'm shaping the system for them. You know what I mean? And we
Gotcha.
working together with the system. And that's what this is what this space is for. It's perfect for that.
Awesome. Mr. Cool Herc, what up?
I have a two-part question.
Yes, sir.
All right, so how do one be able to have a sit down so you can actually see what we can offer or have to offer towards your goal? And with artist development, we wouldn't need development. But music is what we do, but distribution is what we really looking for on my side of
Mm.
town. And are you what part of your distribution goes? Is it global, or are you on the West Coast, or you on the East Coast, or you in the Midwest, or you in the South? Are you looking globally, or just or is there like a focal point?
All
Appreciate
right,
the question,
so
man.
I appreciate the question. So first, yeah, get at us at MetaGenre Music .co. You can go to our website there, MetaGenreMusic.co, and submit there, which goes directly to us. Or if you more comfortable with socials, hit us up at the MetaGenre Music VR on IG. And just literally just follow that page. You can hit us in the DMs. We work through the DMs as well there just to feel some things because it's we know people like to be more social. You know what I'm saying than actual emails. So you can hit us there as well. That's the first answer. What as far as with you asked the question kind of about distribution and I guess are you asking are we just regional distribution? Is that what you're asking? Nah, we worldwide distribution over 150 DSPs worldwide. So we'll
Mm,
have like right now DL Cordero his nah, I ain't gonna well yeah I can say it. So his right now he rocking in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia for whatever reason loves like a lot of those streams because we could see where the streams coming from. Saudi Arabia loves DL Cordero, which is cool. So it's like, and this is what this platform does. It lets you, wherever you from, whether you from the Midwest or whatever, your sound, us be able to take your sound, put it globally, put you in an avatar, which makes people pay attention to you differently than they would if you were in whatever your real life form is, and put you in spaces where we could throw you out of like, I got worlds that do all kinds of crazy stuff. Throw you out of freaking bonds if we need to, and have you in spaceships and all this other kind of stuff in the videos in cartoon form, and it be shown to somebody in Saudi Arabia, and they clicking and trying to stream and figure it out. You know what I mean? So we globally, bro. So that's what that is with Empire. That's how it's digital distribution. So if you want to check out kind of our distribution, if you just Google DL Cordero or just Google PC Beats VR, both of them will pull up on all streaming platforms. The two EPs that we got out right now. We only dropped two EPs since February. We're working on some more, but we only dropped two EPs and both of them are everywhere. You go put it in your TV, it'll pop up. It don't matter.
Word. Well, before we get out of here, man, one, I just want to say thank you for spending some time with me, bruh, and chopping it up. But before we get out of here, I want to give you the floor, you know what I'm saying, and speak on anything that you have coming up or anything that you want to highlight and let the people know about. Before we get out of here, the floor is yours.
Man, I really appreciate you, bro. I've admired your show from afar. You know what I mean? I appreciate you having me come on the show. You one of the pioneers in here when it comes to this talk platform and talk show. You the Black Donahue. You the Black. You know what I mean? Everybody knows some of the scandals that they happened there here on this show.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because you keep it 1,000, and I appreciate you having me on the show.
Yes,
I really
sir.
do. Shout out to you for having this platform. It's amazing. Continue to do what you do. I'm always going to be a supporter. You know, even though we might not rock out all the time because we both busy, but I'm always supporting what you do in this show. You know, and so I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come on here as well. Shout out to like I mentioned before, CJ and shout out to Sweetest Flower, of course. Which I can't do half of what I do without her support and her being the other half of MetaGenre music. Shout out to all the artists involved with what we do. Shout out to everybody who supports the music and listen to the music and been streaming, because I mean I haven't listened to it 20,000 times. So it's obviously people that's in the metaverse as well as people outside. So I know this is streaming outside of this platform. So shout out to y'all. MetaGenremusic.co. Yo, check us out. We are the new genre. We are the future. The future is now. So this is how music is going to be at some point. You know, this is that point. You know, I mean, we just moving it forward and moving the music industry into this new space. You know, so we can actually enjoy music and enjoy, you know, independent artists who don't like. I'm not telling nobody to say Hennessy a million times like it was back in the day. I'm not. They are really real artists. This is our real thoughts. I'm just making sure that they dope. So I mean, I got an EDM artist that I'm talking to. There's a country artist that we speaking to as well. There's a lot of artists that's on their way through. You know what I mean? The doors. A lot of hip hop artists, some more R&B artists that's on their way. Shout out to Cosmic High. Shout out to Loud. Shout out to Chirac Picasso, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. It's a lot of names. So I ain't gonna go through all of them, but just keep it live.
Definitely making moves. Definitely making moves.
Live. We got a lot happening, man, and you know, keep supporting because it helps. Like, because I was saying, there's no music in this space by itself. But the reason why we're doing this is to create music in here and to create a way for artists to use this platform that we're building to monetize themselves and to really monetize themselves in a way that they wouldn't be able to without this platform. So that's really what it is.
100%. Sweetest Flower. Did we get everything?
Tell them about the distribution stuff that we're doing right now for the limited time.
My bad. My apologies. See, that's why.
Hold on. No. How about you come up? Come here. Come on up here. Come on up here. Yup, get up here. Jump on the couch. Damn it, you here. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Let them know.
Okay, well, for a limited time, we're actually giving free distribution on a case-by-case basis. Depending on, you know, whatever we decide, we'll look at the artist and their catalog and decide from then. And so, yeah, if you're interested, you can just hit us up at metagenremusic.co, or we can be reached on Instagram, metagenremusic_VR. And if you can't remember that and you see our names, you can reach us both here on Instagram. The only difference with my name is there's an _VR on there. So we look forward to hearing from you guys.
As you can tell, As
She
you can
is
tell,
so
she's the
polished,
nice one of the
isn't
two of
she?
us. Yeah, crazy.
I love it. I love it. Yo, thank you guys. I've been trailing. I've been following Daytona since he's been on this space, man. And I've definitely seen the growth. You know what I'm saying, and everything that he's been a part of within this space. And it's just good to see people look like us thrive within this space, man. And I love it. And I just look forward to all of the ventures, and I'm looking forward to all these independent artists. You know what I'm saying, being a part of MGM and doing their thing. And hopefully it's something that's a mainstay. You know what I'm saying, and something that's prosperous for everybody. So and hopefully I can get a lot more of those artists on the show that they can speak about, you know what I'm saying, their grind and how they gravitated and had success within this platform as well. So again, Daytona.
I'm over here low key curious if that's the real Cool Herc, but I ain't gonna. I've been dying to say that, but we'll see.
Right. Yo, we gonna definitely
not
figure it
everybody
out.
even know who Cool Herc is, but I know who Cool Herc is if that's the real Cool Herc.
Right. I definitely know. Right. I asked myself the same thing when he's over there.
I asked myself when I was looking at Jen Smash. I said maybe that is Cool Herc, but we'll see.
Right. Yo, so before we get out of here, I want to say shout out CJ again, M5 Divine, Lux Vision Studios, as always. And thank you guys for coming through and showing love and support to the show. I definitely appreciate it. Like Daytona said, we were 3 years plus, and we still moving this thing. It just makes me feel good that we can create a platform for you guys to elaborate on some of the ventures that you have within this space that people should take notice to, because we're definitely pushing the envelope within this space one way or another, and it's definitely happening whether people like it or not. So either you're going to be on the sideline or you're going to be a part of it. Either way, we coming. So I want to say thank you guys again for being a part of it. This is Ask the Q, Speak Your Truth. I'm your boy, Burden of Proof. Till next time. Picture time, come on. Big Jen walked her happy ass right back here. She already knew.